Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mindy Smith. It's great to see you again, and welcome to the Bing Lounge.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's really a pleasure here on a late Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
Indian summer. It's a
gorgeous,
time to be in
actually.
Portland. Yeah, great to have you back in town. You know, here at Kink, we first met you on that debut album, and it was like 8 years ago.
Yes, some time
Wow,
ago.
stunning
Years ago.
song, "Come to Jesus." It's probably the perfect storm of beauty and pain all in one.
Oh,
you know.
it's a little bit of everything, I
Yeah.
suppose.
How does it feel to sing that thing? I mean,
You know, I actually feel really fortunate that it's a song that I haven't tired of singing just about every time I perform, which I think it says a lot because I can't imagine singing a song you don't enjoy performing and sharing with people. So, absolutely.
and then about a year earlier, of course, you came onto the map with Dolly Parton's Jolene.
Yeah, she's been terrific. She's been a terrific support for me, and I actually haven't seen her in a few years, but you know, there's hopefully I'll see her soon. And she's a busy lady doing her own indie thing, and
Yeah,
very cool.
after all these years, and still doing the indie thing. Isn't that
That's
great?
great.
Talk about the spirit, you know, of that kind of music. But when you did Jolene, did she come to you and say, "Wow, that's bold or cool," or you
Well,
know?
actually, I was there in the
Yeah.
studio when
Cool.
when she heard it for the first time, and it was a little intimidating, I will say. All I could think to tell her was that she had really high heel shoes on. But she didn't recognize the song at first. She had no idea what it was, and then once it kicked in, she gravitated towards it and just got on board. So I'm pretty fortunate. It could have gone either way.
When you're standing in front of a legend like that.
Yes,
No-
absolutely.
Yeah, no kidding. I wanted to just remind people, you know, because it's been a while for me too, to see you back on the map with this new album. You have a show at Mississippi Studios here in Portland, and you're a country sing. I've heard it described like you're a country singer for non-country fans necessarily, but somehow, you know, you straddle the Appalachia and that whole thing. But yet you're like Long Island,
I
you
am.
know. You're like a New York girl.
I most certainly have influences everywhere, and my newer influences are actually the Appalachian music and the bluegrass, excuse me. And fortunately, Nashville does that sort of thing, and I wound up meeting some great writers there and collaborating, and over the years just found myself doing a little bit of everything.
How did you end up in Nashville? I mean, was that just the kind of music that you're gravitating toward, and you figure that's ground zero for that kind of stuff, right?
Oh no, I had no idea. I mean, I moved to Tennessee just because it was too expensive to live in New York, essentially. I mean, that's the truth. And whenever I was in Knoxville, which is East Tennessee, near Smoky Mountains, I started discovering that you could do writers' nights, but I would show up a cappella and sing other people's songs. And eventually I decided I should probably learn how to play the guitar and learn how to write my own songs. And people were like, you should go to Nashville. You should go to Music City. And I'm like, what's that? So I promised it was completely, you know, just by not chance, but by the, you know, I was kind of picked up and put where I need to be.
Kind
in
of
a way.
drifting right
Absolutely.
where the river took
yeah,
you.
I gravitated to the right
Yeah.
place.
And so life now in Nashville, that's home.
It is home. It's very serendipitous when I think about it that way, but yes.
Yeah, interesting how you've come from the East Coast and right into the heart of everything.
Yeah.
You know, where that kind of music is going on. And I love that you're able to kind of keep it that we can't peg you, right? Can't be really pegged. Mindy Smith.
Yeah.
You know, a little
I
bit
don't
of
know.
everything.
I mean, sometimes I wonder if that's a good thing. But I think actually just because I would get bored with myself if I had to sound a certain way all the time.
So this is the first new album in 3 years, and there's a couple of things that pop out to me. First of all, it's been a while since you've done an album. Self-released
Yes.
and self-titled. You
Yes.
call it Mindy Smith, so it almost feels like a reintroduction.
I
right?
think so. I
Yeah.
mean, and I think with the album in it, you know, when I went in, I decided I was all in with, you know, just going to let the music sort of tell me what it wants to do. And I worked with a great producer. We worked on this record in a brief time. It was a very natural turn of events. And Jason Lenning and some great performers also played on that record. And we tracked in 3 days, and although people would think, "Oh, that's not a long time to be working on a record," but when I've been holding back for like 3 years, just holding back my writing and my, you know, just trying to get some leverage, great leverage for myself, because essentially that's what you need when you're trying to create new music and do it on your own in a way. So
Yeah, risky and exciting.
terrifying, yes.
But here you are
Here I am,
with a new
yay.
album called Mindy Smith. Well, welcome back in all kinds of different ways, and certainly welcome back to Portland. It's wonderful to hear your voice in person once again.
I
And
appreciate it.
here in the Bing Lounge, take it away.